Mark Stevens, author of Government Indicted. The website, of course, markstevens.net. Radio show, No Stay Project, live from the fortified compound every Saturday from 4 to 7 Eastern Standard Time on the Liberty Radio Network. That is LRN.FM. Liberty Radio Network. And we've got another addition to, not to call a shame, but to the success stories, which is why I put this here. Last one we had not too long ago, just a few days ago, about James having 2 bogus tickets dismissed. Big congratulations to James for that. A friend of mine from Cheektowaga there in New York, where I was actually born and lived the first year of my life. But this next one, he's been on the show. We've mentioned it before. Our buddy Armando, and he's down in Texas. He does rgvnostate.com. So if somebody has an issue with the document we're going to show here, they can take it up with him. But I did edit this appropriately because he asked me to. But this is this is fantastic. This is really great. Talk about a David and Goliath. So many good things about this, where the Michael Scott law firm, the notorious Michael Scott law firm, no, not Michael Scott, the lovable character from The Office, no, the Michael Scott law firm, who had filed on behalf a bogus complaint again on behalf of Capital One in the Hidalgo County court there in near the border there against Armando. They had initially filed against him a couple years ago, and then they brought it back, and then they filed again. And boy, whoa, what these guys did here! I go into the archives of the show, and so you can get more of the details about what Armando had to go through here. But thank goodness the judge in this situation, Rolando Cantu, did not just roll over and bend over backwards or whatever, and give everything the Michael Scott law firm asked for. Because what they actually did here, in a response to a motion to dismiss, is as a defense, actually wrote, it's like 5 to 8 attorneys assigned to this, and they actually wrote that they were not required to even allege facts. The Supreme Court disagreed. The rules, even the rules in Texas of all places, even the Texas rules did not agree with that. And so I'm thinking that maybe the arrogance of the Michael Scott law firm, maybe that is one of the things that got to this judge. And was like, what do you mean you don't even have to file even allegations of fact? I mean, So I don't know. It's pure speculation, but you would think that a law firm that's not working on behalf of the Internal Revenue Service or some other scumbag government agency, you expect it from district counsel, from the IRS and government and attorneys. You don't, but a private firm getting away with something like, well, they have gotten away with it, but thank goodness this particular judge did not. So what we did just to give a brief overview of what we had done here, we challenged them on 2 main issues. There was a lack of evidence proving jurisdiction, subject matter and personam jurisdiction, that there was no evidence whatsoever that the laws of Texas applied and that there would be any personam jurisdiction over Armando, and also that there was no subject matter jurisdiction because this was an alleged contract dispute, and we were disputing every step of the way that there was a legitimate contract, that there was no evidence of a meeting of the minds, and nowhere did they cure their pleading because they didn't think they needed any allegations of fact. We don't need any facts, so they never put any facts that would lead a reasonable person to believe that there was a meeting of the minds, and without a meeting of the minds, you can't maintain any kind of contract dispute. So after well over a year, this was finally set to rest. So what you see here, and like awesome Photoshop job. I think it has to do with the type of file that this is. I can't get the yellow highlight as dark as I've gotten on other ones, but nonetheless, this is an order of dismissal for want of prosecution. Be it remembered that on the 24th day of July, 2014, came to be heard and considered the court's own motion to dismiss the above entitled and numbered cause for want of prosecution. After due notice given to all parties pursuant to the rules, the court set this cause for dismissal for lack of jurisdiction, and there being no opposition to the court's motion to dismiss, it is therefore ordered that the entitled and numbered cause be and is hereby dismissed for lack of prosecution with costs awarded against plaintiff/petitioner. Nice. And that was signed on the 8th day of August 2014 by Rolando Cantu against, of course, the Capital One National Association, which the law firm, the infamous Michael Scott law firm. So there's, of course, a big congratulations to our buddy Armando for sticking it out. And not only did he, that's the thing that's so significant about this, he didn't go and get an attorney. He did it on his own. I helped. I helped somewhat. I helped write the paperwork and whatnot. But he did it without an attorney. And even though he admitted, he said, and it's understandable that he's being worn down a bit because this is a hell of a process. He stuck through and was dismissed. So not only without an attorney, defeating the notorious Michael Scott law firm and Capital One National Association, he got his costs assessed against the Michael Scott law firm and, of course, the Capital One National Association. So not only is that fantastic, I think maybe with something like this, maybe the Bar Association will finally take a complaint seriously against these attorneys with the Michael Scott law firm. But big congratulations to our friend Armando. We'll have an article up right here under the success stories on markstevens.net because it is, there's no doubt how effective it is to just challenge your accusers' arguments that they're using against you, just asking them for the evidence. How that's an effective way to go. And anyone who says that asking for evidence is not an effective way to defend yourself, wow! Either they're light years ahead in their thought process than I am, or they just don't know what they're talking about. But asking questions and challenging the arguments that are being used against you, hell of a way to defend yourself and show that they don't have a leg to stand on. I mean, that's what these call of shames are about too. Someone like Charles Hoskins insisting that the constitutional laws apply to me and everybody else because we are physically in Arizona, not a shred of evidence to actually prove that. And I want to put this out there too. I'll have to do another video, maybe put this out. If you're of the opinion that the Constitution laws do not have to be proven to be applicable, it seems to me that you'd be willing to publicly admit that it's not provable. Because if it was provable, see how it follows. Anyway, if you disagree with something that's on this video or anything on markstevens.net, including the No Stay Project, and you believe that there is evidence to prove the constitutional laws apply to me just because I'm physically in Arizona, please call the No Stay Project during a live broadcast and ambush me on a live broadcast to present your evidence. We're live every Saturday from 4 to 7 Eastern Standard Time on the Liberty Radio Network. That's LRN.FM, and I welcome your call. I welcome your evidence.